Hidden in the misty plains of Wiltshire, England, lies one of the most haunting and mysterious structures ever built by human hands. Stonehenge, a ring of massive stones, some weighing over 25 tons, aligned with cosmic precision, yet created over 4,500 years ago, without wheels, without cranes, and without written language. So the real question isn't just what is Stonehenge, it's how and why. The stones aren't just heavy. They were moved over 200 kilometers from quarries in Wales. Somehow, Neolithic builders transported them across rivers, hills, and valleys, long before the invention of even the simplest mechanical tools. Was it brute strength, ingenuity, or something else entirely? Some believe these early engineers used log rollers, sledges, and rafts. Others suggest they tapped into forgotten knowledge of levers and balance points. One theory posits that the stones were moved during winter, using frozen ground as a natural slide. But the truth is, we still don't know exactly how they did it. Even more baffling, the stones weren't placed at random. They form an astronomical calendar precisely aligned to the solstices. On the summer solstice, the rising sun shines through the heart of the monument, lighting up the center like a cosmic key turning in an ancient lock. The winter solstice sunset lines up just as precisely, signaling not just time, but transition, rebirth, and ritual. Coincidence, or design with cosmic intent? And then there's the acoustic mystery. Some researchers suggest Stonehenge was designed to resonate, amplifying sound in ways modern engineers are still trying to understand. Whispers inside the circle echo in strange patterns. Chanting carries differently depending on your position. Could it have been a sonic chamber as much as a spiritual one? And let's not overlook the bluestones. Smaller stones from the Preseli Hills of Wales that were thought to have mystical or healing powers. Why bring those stones, specifically, across such a vast distance unless they held special significance? Stonehenge was built in phases over 1,500 years. Actually, that's longer than the Roman Empire lasted. Each generation added something, removed something, or reoriented the stones just a bit, as if following instructions passed down through centuries. But for what purpose? Some archaeologists believe it was a burial ground. Human remains found nearby cremated bones, carefully placed, suggest elite individuals were laid to rest here, not just once, but repeatedly, over generations. Others think it was a temple of healing, a kind of prehistoric Lourdes where the sick came seeking divine intervention. This theory is strengthened by the nearby presence of the Amesbury archer, a man buried with tools from across Europe, who, interestingly, suffered from a severe knee injury. Was he a pilgrim? A healer? Then there are theories, more unorthodox. Ancient alien landing pad, portal to another dimension, a place where the barrier between the living and the dead grew thin. Especially during solstice alignments, when the veil between worlds was believed to be at its most fragile. Wild? Maybe. But this is Stonehenge we're talking about. Logic doesn't always apply. And let's not forget the Druids, often pictured conducting ceremonies among the stones, but who actually came thousands of years later. Still, they sensed the site's energy, its sacredness. Maybe they felt what the original builders once knew. That this was not just a structure, but a bridge between earth and sky, flesh and spirit. In recent decades, evidence of nearby structures, wooden henges, pits aligned with lunar cycles, and hidden avenues, suggest Stonehenge was part of a vast ceremonial complex, a spiritual metropolis stretching across the Salisbury Plain. Some scholars propose it was a calendar, an oracle, even a computer of sorts. A machine built not of circuits, but of shadows, stones, and stars. What if the answers aren't in the stones themselves, but in the spaces between them? The alignment of emptiness and light. The way sound carries in a circle, the pause between sunrise and silence. Perhaps Stonehenge wasn't meant to tell us something, but to make us ask something. Its creators didn't leave books or instructions. Instead, they gave us a stage for contemplation, for the heavens, for the dead, for ourselves. It's easy to forget, in the age of satellites and smartphones, that mystery once lived in the soil, in the sky, in the rhythms of the earth. But at Stonehenge, it still does. Every year, thousands gather on solstice mornings to feel what ancient people must have felt, a sense of something greater, a connection not to the past, but to eternity. They come wrapped in blankets, standing in the dew, waiting for that first shaft of light to pass through the ancient stones. And in that moment, something stirs. Not just in the air, but in us. The silence of Stonehenge is not an absence, but a message, a whisper from the distant past. Look up, listen, wonder. Stonehenge is a riddle etched in stone, built by people we barely understand. They left no texts, no records, no blueprints. Only stones, silent and eternal. And maybe that's the point. Maybe some mysteries are meant to be experienced, not solved. What drives someone to spend decades moving stone across landscapes, raising monuments with astronomical precision, returning again and again for generations to the same place? It's not survival. It's not shelter. It's meaning. So, next time someone tells you that ancient humans were primitive, remind them of Stonehenge, a monument to time, sky, death, and the enduring human hunger to connect with something greater than ourselves. Even now, with all our technology, we're still trying to decode what they understood, that the universe speaks in cycles, in silence, in light and shadow. We just have to listen. Only 1% of viewers subscribe. If this stirred your curiosity, hit that button and join us at 5 Minutes of Culture, where the past is never past, and mystery is always just the beginning. Because sometimes, the stones don't speak, but they resonate.